I want to make this video very, very clear. This video is directed towards men. It is not directed towards females. I named the title of this Suffer. The reason for this is because I believe this is the core of masculinity. This is the core of what makes you better. This is what makes you, gets you on top compared to, what most people do. Sit down, relax, have fun. And if you think about it, the reason why I titled this Suffer is because as a man, you have to go through things that nobody else can go through if you want to achieve something of significance in your life, if you want to do something different than what most people do with their lives. Like, most people go through comfort their whole lives. This is why they don't live significant lives. You must suffer. You must do things different. You're gonna have some sleepless nights. You must be homeless. You must do things different. You must I'm not saying you must be homeless. I'm saying if it comes down to that, you have to do whatever it takes to make money. You have to do whatever it takes to get as physically strong as possible. This is why you should be working out every single day without remorse. Every single day you should be working out. It does not matter what day it is. You should be working out. It does not matter what day it is. You should be developing your brain. You should be challenging yourself. You should be doing things that are uncomfortable. This is the core of masculinity is not relying on your feelings and just doing things without the feelings involved in anything. If you get your feelings involved in anything, you will be generally more towards a feminine side. We want to be masculine men, and the way to do that is to do hard things. Literally, every single day you must be doing things that are hard. You must not be doing easy things. Everything I do is hard. I'm not doing anything that's easy. I hate easy things. Anything easy is I don't want it. I do not want anything that's easy. I want something that's hard. I want something that's it's gonna challenge me. It's gonna do something different. Than I don't want to simply be soft, be easy. And this is why I'm saying it's the core of masculinity by doing things that are hard, by doing things that are uncomfortable, by suffering, by going through pain. This is what develops you as a man. It does not develop you anything as a man by going through things that are easy, by doing the easy tasks, by doing simple. The reason why I'm saying this is because this is so true, and if what I believe in, because I think that this matters a lot towards young men, because you're developing yourself into the man you want to become. Who you are right now is developing you to who you're going to become later on in life. And that's why habits are so important. You have to develop the habit of working out. You have to develop the habit of doing the hard things. You have to develop the habit of doing things that are challenging every day, so that way you get used to. I remember Andrew Tate saying that if you literally do the things that are uncomfortable, you do things that are uncomfortable, you do things that it's a beautiful feeling once you do things that are, you have the discipline to do things even though you don't want to do them, and you do it anyways. He said that's a beautiful existence, and I 100% agree, because I believe a disciplined life leads to happiness, because you can't just rely on your feelings, and you can't just do what you feel like doing all day every day. That's not in the core of masculinity. And this is why I don't sometimes with online, you'll get gamers who will just play video games and they'll be streaming and they'll get paid for that. And Andrew Tate says, that's not masculine. That's not a man. We didn't go through any suffering. You didn't go through any pain. You didn't face any challenges in your life. You literally sat there and played video games. Now, obviously, is there skill involved? Yes, but that's not where. See, I don't even pay any attention to video games, and so that's why I don't know anything about that. But I know that that's a thing, that people get paid off video games. People get paid off these things that are. But I don't believe that's what it develops you as a man. What develops you as a man is doing the hard things every single day, by challenging yourself, by pushing through on the difficult tasks, by overcoming setbacks. These things are very, very important for masculinity, because everyone faces setbacks. Most people complain. A lot of people complain, and the way to get over that is by doing the hard thing, is by putting in the work. And putting in work by suffering will get you so much further than just simply putting in work. Like, that's how much work you have to put in, by putting in work, by suffering, by going through pain, by, you know, I forget what the word is, but I remember Mike Tyson one time talking about how, like, Mike Tyson, like, his training regimen of what he goes through, like how he suffers, how he trains extremely difficult, extremely hard. Like, this is what gets him to the top. This is what gets everyone to the top, is by putting in this work. And now we live in a world where, it's so easy to get instant gratification with our phones, instant gratifications with, like, whatever. I don't understand, like, everyone that's doing these things is like, they're not developing themselves. Like, you have to develop your good habits, and this is why I'm glad I've paid attention to the content and whatever I've been consuming at a young age right now, because this is going to develop me as a good man when I get older. Because it's what you do when you're young that shows who you are once you get old. When you're young, you don't know anything when you're young, but this is why it's so important. Why I talk about reading every day and learning powerful people. Like, you have to be learning from positive people every single day. If you're not doing that, then you have to be, avident about, okay, who am I going to listen to? What positive role models am I going to listen to? What people can I look up to? What strategies can they use that I can implement in my life? And if you look at people above you like that, it's going to take your life so much further than simply just listening to people who do not have, that aren't living the life you live. Let's be honest. Don't listen to anyone who doesn't. I remember Richard Cooper, I'll never forget this quote that he says is, never take advice from anyone that you would not trade places with. And, that's 100% the truth, and that's why I'm very avident. I'm very, very wary of, like, who I'm listening to and what content I'm creating, and, like, if I'm going to believe this person or not. Like, will I believe this person? Yes. Okay, then I'm going to do what they say. Will I believe this person? No. I'm not going to do what they say. Like, it's literally, everyone has their own opinion. I get that. Everyone is entitled to their own opinion, and this is why it's so important for you to choose which one you're going to listen to. And and this is what Andrew Tate says about masculinity. He says, look, there's nothing that comes through. I mean, there's suffering, there's pain. Like, this is the core of masculinity. This is what Andrew Tate says. It's the core of developing yourself as a man. If you don't go through this, like, you're not, like, really a true man, because you have to develop yourself to a point where you get uncomfortable. You do things that are hard. Like, if you do everything that's easy, there is no fun in life, honestly. And, like, people get this mixed up. You're like, why? I don't, like, I've never just understood that concept, because, I'm always doing things that are hard. I want to challenge myself. I don't want to do anything that's easy. There's no fun in that. There's literally zero fun in sitting down and doing nothing with your time. You must constantly be moving. You must constantly be running your mind. You must constantly be reading books. You must be working out. You must be journaling. You must be meditating. You must be, like, thinking about how can I make my situation better? How can I make it better? What work do I need to put in? What obstacles do I need to overcome? What pain and suffering do I need to go through? This is what should be on your mind all the time. If this is on your mind, then you will grow as a person. And honestly, that's what I believe in as human life, is growing as individuals every single day. And then I truly believe, if you're not growing, you are dying. I 100% believe that. This is why I'm so passionate about doing things every single day. Every single day you're doing something that's going to make you better. Every single day you're doing something that's going to advance you as a human being. You're suffering every single day. And some people say, oh, why would I ever do that? Some people are just built different. I believe I'm one of those people. But I believe you are too. Like, it's not like it's just something that some people are born with. Like, you have to train and reprogram your mind. I talk about this all the time. You have to train and reprogram your mind to like the things that are difficult. Once this happens, you will simply do the things that are difficult every single day, and you will struggle, and you'll just get used to struggling. Guess what? Once you're used to struggling, you're used to growing. Guess what? When you're used to growing, you get more money, you get a better body, you get better relationships, like, you get, better house to live in, your better car. Like, your whole life just completely increases once you suffer, once you go through pain. There's nothing bad that comes out of suffering and pain. I will say one thing, though. The cold, that is painful. It's like, let's say it's -20 out. That's painful. That's cold. there's no benefit out of that. As opposed to working out, it's painful. You know, you're working out, you're stressing your muscles, that hurts. Like, it's painful. You're getting the benefit out of getting stronger. The cold, you're getting no benefit out. And this is why I look at life. I look at life a lot like this, because, you know, what's the positive out of suffering? If there's no positive out of the suffering, then why would I go through it? You know, I like to think logical here. I like to think very, very logical of why I'm doing everything that I do. And if there's no, you know, there's no purpose here, like, why am I doing it? You know, this is the core of masculinity as well. Having a mission, having a purpose, having why we're doing things. Like, if you're just doing things just to do them, you're literally wasting your time. You're wasting your life. You must be always goals, 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 ambition, ambition, ambition all the time. So I really do. I hope you suffer. I hope you go through pain to achieve what you actually want in life, because that's the only way you're going to get it. That's the video for today. Like the video, comment, subscribe, turn your post notifications on, and we'll see you in the next video.